Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back once again to my channel Lyceum of Politics. Friends, today I shall discuss with you a very interesting topic that is quite significant in the field of IR. Today we shall discuss the significance of the non-aligned movement or the NAM. So, let's begin our journey and discuss the NAM. So now let us have a quick look at the origin of NAM. So friends, as you can see on the screen now that the non-aligned movement originated in 1961 in the Belgrade Conference. Okay. The main countries involved in this venture were Yugoslavia, Egypt, India, Ghana and Indonesia. Fine. And the main leaders involved here were J.B. Tito of Yugoslavia, Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt, Jawaharlal Nehru of India, Nkrumah of Ghana and Sukarno of Indonesia. So you can well understand, my friends, that multiple countries were involved in the launching of this movement, right? And let me tell you that all the member countries at present also are all given equal weightage here. That is, nobody is treated as less important or more important, but everybody is given the same platform. Okay. Another thing is that the NAM, unlike the United Nations, had no formal constitution or any permanent secretariat. Okay. Now, at present, there are 120 member states of NAM, 20 observer states and 10 international organizations. Okay. Talking about the background of the formation of NAM, we can say like this that the non-aligned movement was formed at the backdrop of the Cold War. That is when the world was divided into two big power blocks. As you all know that on one side there was the USA, on the other there was the erstwhile USSR. Okay. So at this backdrop, the NAM was formed in 1955, an Afro-Asian conference, which was also known as the Bandung Conference, was held, which mostly laid the foundation stones of NAM. Because the leaders of the developing countries came together in this conference to join hands and to get united, to maintain their self-identity and avoid being forced to join any of these power blocks. Okay, that is the big power blocks. Okay. So these countries, that is the NAM countries, took the pledge of not getting aligned to any of these superpower blocks and to maintain an identity of their own and participate in international relations. Okay, not getting aligned to any power blocks does not mean that these countries were not interested in participating in the affairs of international relations. No, not that, my friends. Be very clear about it. What they wanted was that they should not be forced to join any of these power blocks, and they never wanted to be pawns in the hands of the power blocks, but they wanted to maintain their self-identity and fight for their own peace and stability. Okay, so the main aim behind the formation was to serve the interest of the newly independent developing countries and to secure peace and stability throughout the world. Okay, so they wanted to maintain their self-identity and maintain international peace and stability. This was the main intention of the NAM countries. So now let's have a look at the main features of the non-alignment movement. Now, as I have been telling you repeatedly, my friends, that the non-alignment movement originated at the background of the Cold War. That is when the two superpowers, that is the USA and the USSR, erstwhile USSR, both were already engaged in the Cold War. So the NAM countries decided to oppose the Cold War as they considered it as a hindrance in the way of establishment of international peace and security, and that it was, according to them, one of the main responsible factors behind the ongoing tension among the international politics and the different nation states. Okay. Secondly, the NAM was also opposed to the idea of power politics. What is power politics? That is to engage into struggle to increase power of a state as that allows a state to enjoy domination over relatively less powerful states. Okay. So NAM was opposed to power politics. It never supported the idea that a state should increase its power in order to dominate others. But yes, it accepted the right of a nation to increase power, definitely. But that to satisfy its own goals and fulfill the national interest. That is okay. But for the sake of domination, it was a strict no-no from NAM. Okay. Thirdly, the NAM promoted for international peace and harmony among the nations. Keeping its faith on peaceful coexistence and cooperation with each other that would yield mutual benefit to the countries and ultimately usher world harmony and prosperity, they promoted peaceful international cooperation. The NAM was also opposed to any kind of military blocs formed by the superpowers. One of the main feature of the movement was not to become a part of any kind of this multilateral military alliances like the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization or the Warsaw Pact, which was formed by the USA or the USSR respectively. They looked at those agencies as those who promoted the Cold War further and indulged into power politics, and therefore the NAM tended to keep away from all types of military alliances. Fine. Now, the non-alignment movement kept its faith on the autonomy and independence of each and every country, be it a big one or a small one. Okay. They were opposed to the ideas of imperialism and colonialism, my friends, and they were always trying to protect the national independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity and security of the non-aligned countries, if I could quote the words of Fidel Castro for that matter. So remember that NAM was opposed to any kind of foreign aggression on the states. So all this while, I have been telling you that the NAM countries preferred of not getting involved with the big powers, right? But my friends, remember that does not mean that the NAM supported isolationism from international arena. No, it supported the right of each state to participate in international arena and feel free to express their views on every issue. But what it did not support was the policy of domination of any power over any other power. That is domination of the big powers over the smaller ones, right? Apart from that, the NAM also made several efforts to establish the NIEO also. Okay, so these were the main features of NAM if I can make a list of it. Okay. So my friends, let us have a look at the role of India here. Now, India has been playing a crucial role since the formation of NAM. As you already know that from the very moment of its birth, India was associated with it and Nehru was one of the founding members of NAM, right? So apart from that, the visions of Jawaharlal Nehru's international policy like peaceful coexistence, mutual respect for each other, mutual cooperation within the countries of the world, non-interference in the international affairs of the state and some others like this all are well reiterated in the objectives of NAM. I will make a separate video on Nehru's foreign policy for you. And for that, I request you to subscribe our channel because that would inspire us to make more and more videos for you. So hope you stay with us. Anyways, let us come back to this. So as I was saying that India has been playing a pivotal role since its formation. Okay. Now, my dear friends, a question may peep into your mind now that whether the NAM is any more relevant today or not. Because I have been telling you that NAM was formed at the backdrop of the Cold War. And now that the Cold War has ended, the fall of the Soviet Union has marked the end of Cold War. So what is the relevance of NAM? Or is it still relevant today? Let me tell you, my friends, that yes, the NAM is very much relevant till date because the features or the agenda of NAM were not only Cold War specific, okay? Till date, the NAM advocates for peace and harmony and peaceful coexistence in the world. In the 19th summit of the NAM held in January 2024, where almost 90 countries participated, the members discussed their concern about the Israel and the Palestine crisis, my friends, as one of the main agendas. Then, till date, NAM talks about inclusion of all nations in the international arena and denounces the domination of any power bloc over the small powers. It always remains vocal for the protection of self-identity and territorial sovereignty of each and every nation. The NAM tends to provide a platform to the developing countries of the world to air their grievances to the international arena. In most of the summits, NAM has always aired their voice on sustainable development, my friends. The goals of making the world a better place for our future generation is the basic agenda of the NAM countries. The NAM till date has tried to remain relevant and to make the world a better place for us. And thus, we cannot say that the NAM has lost all its relevance today. It is still very much relevant in the arena of international relation, my friends. So, my dear friends, this was the significance of the non-aligned movement for you. Hope you like this short video. Please do press the like button, and once again I tell you, subscribe our channel and inspire us, and very soon I'm going to come back to you with many other new videos. Until then, as I always say, never stop learning and keep on exploring, and bye bye and take care of your health.